around 10:30.
So he'll see Magistrate Nelson tomorrow.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
James Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson, I believe you're being held in the jail without bond on something. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't.
I'm only asking about because of your contact information. I'll go ahead and update your email and your phone number. I don't know if this is, I'll make sure those things are in the file, but I just wanted to verify that my understanding is correct. This is State of Michigan versus James Johnson, 22F11199. Ms. Reed, I've received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. Sylvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Johnson, for the purposes of this arraignment only, he would like to ask for appointed counsel outside of our office.
Okay, so Mr. Johnson, I can't do that. I only can appoint the public defender's office. And then if there's a problem with that and you need to have a different lawyer, then that has to be taken up with the judge at the next court date. Okay, so that is still available to you to have a different lawyer, not the public defender represent you. It's just not something I can do today. So we'll let Ms. Reed go ahead and then you'll have to make that request
And Ms. Reed,
at a later date, okay?
okay, and Ms. Reed, did you submitted that paperwork correctly?
Yeah, I told him I would follow up and make sure that at least our office was aware
Yeah.
and moving forward with that. So,
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good. So we've done everything that we can do regarding that at this time, Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Brudell, did you want to say something regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a very serious case.
Threatening.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, not right now. If you need to speak to me, I'll make sure you have a chance, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. The people are taking this case very seriously. This case stems from a domestic violence related MDOB case. And so we are asking the court to pretty much follow the people's bond recommendation form. We are not asking on our form for any kind of a financial component. We are leaving that to the court's discretion as to what if or the amount you're gonna set. We are asking for a GPS tether with the hot zone listed in the form. We're asking for no contact with Ms. Henderson due to the nature of the charges. We're asking for no firearms based on the fact that it is domestic related. He also has a number of current pending cases as well, Your Honor. He has, as the court stated, he is being held currently without bond until September 7th on a felony case coming out of the circuit court. He has a number of delivery manufacturer cases. LawNet is involved on those cases, Your Honor. He has, he's a huge risk to himself, Your Honor. He can't stop committing crimes.
Okay.
He has an OWI pending with alcohol and drugs involved. He has a number of VOPs up, and frankly, Your Honor, I mean, he's looking at, on his felonies, he's looking at quite a bit of time. So I have nothing further to add at this time.
All right, thank you.
Ms. Fink, can I speak on my behalf?
Sure.
Or Ms. Reed, or would Ms. Reed, would you allow me to speak on my behalf?
Just don't discuss any of the facts of the case. We don't want to get into anything
Yeah.
that
You already
may-
know, right, you know
Yeah.
that, Mr. Johnson, that you should not be making anything that looks like an admission. I will cut you off if you're talking to me about what happened in this case, because that's dangerous to you and not a good idea. But if there's something else you want to say, go ahead.
Yes, I have a number of alleged charges that are pending, as the prosecutor Burrell said. I'm not convicted on any of those charges right now. He said also that I am a danger to myself. I am not a danger to myself, be it I am not suicidal. You know what I'm saying? That would be the only danger to myself. The violation or this charge stems from a malicious destruction of a building property less than $200. Yes, I have a $25,000 cash bond on that charge as well. I have as you know, I have the VOP for alleged armed robbery. That case was dismissed in court on Tuesday without prejudice. That's the reason for the violation. That is the reason that I am being held on a no bond in here on the violation. They had took the bond away.
So, okay, so that's two separate things. A violation of probation with no bond
Yes,
and an armed robbery that was dismissed. That's okay,
yes, the violation stems from the armed robbery,
okay,
which is now dismissed. My court date is, like he said, is this next month, on the 7th, I believe.
okay.
Contact, he's saying that he want no contact. That contact is from the alleged whatever, malicious destruction of property, which in that case, the victim, which is Aisha Henderson Powell, stated that she did not want to proceed with charges, which allegedly, I violated that bond by contacting her, and they are.
But that case is the one that's got a $25,000 bond on it that is still open.
Yes, and she
Okay.
stated in court that she did not want to proceed with those charges, and the prosecutor, Caitlin Kirby, decided to place these charges because, I guess, of alleged phone call that we phone, but it was no threatening, no intimidating.
Okay, now you're talking about,
Okay.
the charges here, so let's not do that.
This case stems from
I know what the case stems from. I took the testimony.
okay, and I miss it.
All right, but let me ask you a question, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Let me,
one second.
either no bond on felony
Yeah.
probation case, it doesn't go back to court till September.
So you are not able to leave the jail until September 7th at the soonest, when you see Judge Conlin on your violation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I usually do, and what I'm asking you is whether this makes sense, I usually set a bond then.
Yes,
So you can
He
get
has
some.
asked for a PR bond on this,
Okay.
even
so
though I did explain that.
I don't,
okay.
yeah.
If
If I set a bond for you on this file, then there is a law that says that if you're convicted on this, you will automatically get credit for the time served.
Right, which
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
okay,
Mrs. Reed explained that as well.
yeah.
I did,
So
and
I understand that you want a PR because PR says something to you about the case, but in
I
this
think also,
situation, it does not help you to have a PR.
I
yes,
think his concern was being able to be released as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, you're
And
gonna
not
see
having
Judge
to wait for another
Simpson
court
on
date.
this before September 7th.
right, and I know I see Simpson on this case, which honestly, if you want me to be quite frank, me and Judge Simpson has a bad report, and
Yeah.
I have 2 malicious destruction. I didn't even have the
Yeah, okay,
probation. He got me at $50,000 on two
yeah,
misdemeanor charges, and then he got me on one of the misdemeanor charges. I'm already almost pretty much maxed out on the time, on pretty much both of them, and he's still setting them at $50,000 cash bond. Like no,
So
I'm not worried about time being credited.
I'm gonna set a bond for you.
Your Honor,
okay?
if I may, just
Yeah, go
briefly
ahead, Mr.
before.
Brunel.
So I would like to mention, there are 6 violations coming from Judge Conlin,
Yeah.
and none of those are involving the dismissed case.
Yes,
Those are all on-
understand. I know,
okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
got that. Okay, so here's the other thing, Mr. Johnson, is there's a law in Michigan compiled laws 765.6A. That law requires, it has the word shall in it. It's not permissive, it's mandatory, that if a person has 2 or more felony convictions within the previous 5 years of a new charge, then a bond is required.
Okay,
So we've got 2 reasons why, setting aside anything about danger to the community or flight risk or any of that, there are 2 good reasons, one mandatory and one that is just kind of my general policy, why a bond makes sense in this case. So I'm
Okay.
going to set your bond at 5,010%.
okay, now,
So that is small enough that if all your other stuff gets cleared up and that's still this bond, you'll be able to get out.
okay, now, and on this bond, Because once like I said, I do go back to court on the malicious building and everything. Mrs. Henderson appeared in court on that day and asked for the court to not have a no contact order due to we have a child together.
Yeah.
I'm asking for that same no contact order not to be.
I'm not gonna do that, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I know you have no contact orders in your other cases. So
Okay.
you already can't contact her. Doesn't matter if I tell you you can, because you still can't.
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
able to,
Change that.
right. I'm
Okay.
only setting a bond on this case. I'm not changing anything Judge Simpson has said. So that's
Okay.
the first reason. And the second reason is that what you're charged with in this case,
It's malicious prosecution, honestly, and I got a lawsuit coming.
yeah,
Prosecution.
and
No.
it's witness intimidation by you're accused of contacting Miss Henderson. And so it doesn't help you at this point to have contact with her. That is actually going to create harm for you. And I know you want to talk to her about your child, and I
Yeah,
get
that's what I was
that. I have
talking to her
children.
about.
I understand.
My son's birthday this week, you know, and that's what I was talking about. They maliciously prosecuted me with this felony on.
I understand that you would really, that you want, that's something that you want, and you want it for reasons that are not about this court case. I totally get that. But my opinion as a person, as well as the magistrate, is that it is actually more harmful than good for you to have contact with Ms. Henderson right now. So I'm ordering no contact with Ms. Henderson. Okay. I know you don't like that. That's okay with me. So I'm not going to put any other conditions on. I know the prosecutor's asking for a GP. You're going to see Judge Simpson on this case, and maybe someone else even before you can get out. So I'm not.
Henderson will probably be at this court date at my probable cause anyway, so it
Okay,
doesn't.
yeah, so this is not your first rodeo. You know how things are going to go down, but I think right now the protections, I understand that it seems insane for me to be saying I'm giving you restrictions and a bond and that's for your own good, but I am saying it because I think it's true. Okay, so 5,000, 10% on this, no contact with Aisha Henderson.
Okay,
And the probable cause conference will be next Thursday, August 18th at 9 a.m.
in front of who, Simpson
In
probably.
front of Simpson, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
now I'm gonna tell you one more thing, Mr. Johnson, just so you understand the lay of the land.
You said the
Right now, the policy is that if you violate the bond that I've set, you're gonna be held without bond. So just so you know, that is the current court policy, not mine personally, but 14A1. That's the current policy. And so you just need to know that is what is likely to happen if you violate the bond.
Yeah,
Ms. Henderson. Okay.
trust me, I will not. She watching the court date though right now, you know, so.
Okay. All right. So that is where we are on this. I don't think there's anything else we need to discuss. I'm not going to go through all of the other conditions because, like I said, you're going to be in custody for some time and see many judges before anything else happens. All right. Good luck, Mr. Johnson. I think we're all set.
Tell the prosecutor. Yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Reed.
You're welcome.
You too, prosecutor. Thank you too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You got who for me?
All right. I think we're done. Yeah.
That was not too difficult.
Get us up. Yeah.